Holding. It is generally recommended that you hold the ball so that you can pass, shot, or dribble it. Since there are many kinds of passing, first is chest pass. It is thrown by grip directly behind the ball. Bounce pass. Hold ball in the both hands and chest high. Overhead pass. Throw the ball with hands starting behind the head and releasing the ball out. Handed pass. Your passing hand and elbow should be behind the ball to start. Hook pass. Arm fully extended above the head and snap the ball down. Dribbling. Dribbling is an important skill of basketball player. Kinds of dribble. First is simple dribbling. Bounce the ball directly in front of your body. Crossover dribble. Player dribbling the ball switch the ball rapidly from one hand to another. Running is a big part of basketball in a full court game. You shall find yourself running back and forth, shooting. In order to score points in basketball, you need to shot the ball into the hoop.
There's no hiding from your grace. I can't deny you're half of mine, and it's unrelenting chase. I was on the edge of deception, caught up in my own hesitation, until your love took over me. So I let go and I let love show me life like it's supposed to be. On oasis, here oasis, all the freedom I'll ever need. Now I'm
Gripping. There are two types of gripping. First is forehand grip. Hold the racket head for your non-playing hand so that you can handle the points towards the youth. The second grip is backhand grip. Thumb is contact with the third level and the index finger is lowered. The ready position. Feet together, waiting for a buzz. Your weight should be lowered, your knees slightly bent. Types of serving: long serve and short serve. Long serve. Travel high and deep into the receiver's backcourt. Quick serve. Immediately start dropping down the tight path after crosses the net. There are four types of strokes: the overhand forehand stroke, the overhand backhand strokes, the under forehand strokes, the underarm hand back stroke. Footwork. Simply having ability to reach the shuttle early while on balance. You can skip, shuffle, or bounce. This you need to draw a big circle. Make at least 4 circles.
All these vacant, empty pictures, I like dancing, smoking, screams. Still you're holding my attention, yeah, with every word you speak. When you give your heart, you don't leave me wanting. For anything, let us call my name, not to separate us. Not forever, I wanna know your love, your love. I need more of your love.
it's done. I have a dartboard here. So as you see, in every dartboard, you can see a number all around in it. And every part and every portion of this has a value. So let's start with this part. This part, if you hit this part, you got 0 points. And this ring, or this outer ring, but it's called a double ring. So if you hit this part, you get a double score. So example, if you hit this part, so the value of 20 will be doubled. So you got 40 points. And this inner part, or inner ring, it's called a triple ring. So if you hit this portion, so you got triple points, which is you can get a 60 points. And in the center point, this is called this center ring called a bullseye ring, and this is bullseye. So center bullseye ring is you got 25 points, and the bullseye, if you hit the bullseye, you got 50 points. And this black and white, it is equivalent the number from the outside. For example, if you hit this black portion, you get 18 points. So, and if you hit this portion, the white portion, you get 1 point. Discuss what is the objectives of this game. So the objective is to be the first player to reduce the score of exactly 0. The only premise being that the latest dart throw must land to the double or the bullseye. If the player reduces the score to 1, goes below to 0, the score is lost, which is the turn will end immediately, and the score will return to what it was from the start. So for example, if the player has a 32 to go out, he got 32 score to go out, which is he got first dart he got 16, and the second dart he got 15 points. So the player is lost, and the score will be returned to 32. So in the last turn, it is not necessary to do all the darts. So the player can do it from the first and the second turn. So now let's go with 301 or 301 dart game. So in 301 dart game scoring, it's just exactly the same with 501, but the score will be started in 301 or 301. So some game in 301 dart game will be required to start with a double scoring and then until it's finished. So the strategy of winning 301 dart game is to aim a double and triple points to all the way down until you reach the 170 down scores. So with that, you can possibly win, or you can possibly win in just 3 darts. Part of this. So let's start with this part. The outer white is equivalent of, if you hit this, equivalent of 1 point. The inner white is 2 points. The outer black is 3 points. The inner black is 4 points. The outer blue is 5 points. The inner blue is 6 points. The outer red is 7 points. The inner red is 8 points. The gold or yellow is 9 points. So now let's go the scoring in archery. So since April 2010, the archery has been scored using by set system. So as opposed, the former has 12 arrows in match. So during the elimination or in elimination rounds, 3 sets of 6 arrows are used. And meanwhile, during the finals, 5 sets of 3 arrows are used in each participant. So in elimination round, the player will only use, and 3 sets will only use 6 arrows, and for the final rounds, which is the player going to use in 5 sets, they only use 3 arrows. So for each set won, a competitor receive 2 points. So if the competitor will win, they will get 2 points. And in this event of a tie, which the participant gets 1 point. So if a tie, the participants will only get 1 point each. So if the player has earned more points with only 3 arrows, they will be the winner in that particular set. And if the first to win the majority of the sets, of course, it will be torn in the next round. And then if the competitors won the majority of the sets, the winner will be decided to shot via 1 arrow between 2 competitors, and if whose the arrow will be closest in the middle target will be announced as the winner.